He utterly hated Glenn Ford, and now the real reason behind that intense disdain finally comes to light, revealing a story far more personal, complicated, and human than anyone could have imagined, because Ford was not just a Hollywood legend but a symbol of disciplined professionalism, understated talent, and a quiet charisma that commanded respect effortlessly, and for the men who harbored such strong feelings, that effortless mastery was infuriating, representing everything he himself struggled to achieve in an industry where success was often measured by who could survive the grueling studio system rather than who could charm an audience, and according to those close to the story, the resentment was never rooted in envy of Ford's fame or fortune, but in what he represented, a generation of actors who built their careers on persistence, resilience, and a strict work ethic, rising slowly through small roles, long contracts, and unglamorous studio labor, and the hatred boiled down to a clash of values and philosophies, because Glenn Ford embodied a seamless ease, a natural authority, and an emotional depth that seemed, to some, almost unfairly innate, while others around him had to fight tooth and nail for recognition, enduring rejection, humiliation, and years of proving themselves in ways Ford had already mastered quietly, and the men who despised him recalls that Ford's success, calm composure, and ability to convey complex emotion with a single look was not simply talent, but a reminder of personal shortcomings, a mirror reflecting the contrast between what he aspired to be and what he felt he was, and as Hollywood evolved, that resentment only deepened, because Ford remained a figure of reliability, versatility, and subtle power at a time when the industry began favoring flashier, less disciplined stars, intensifying the feeling that the old guard's values were being eclipsed while Ford's natural gift was celebrated effortlessly, and yet, beneath all the anger and animosity, there was an undeniable recognition of Ford's brilliance, because even those who disliked him could not deny his mastery of craft, his ability to inhabit morally conflicted characters, his quiet authority in westerns, his understated brilliance in noir, and his genuine human warmth in comedies and romantic films. And now, with the benefit of hindsight, the story of this animosity is not just about personal dislike, but about the tension between talent, hard work, and the envy that often shadows greatness, showing us that Glenn Ford's enduring legacy was so powerful that it inspired admiration, frustration, and even intense resentment all at once, a testament to the magnitude of his skill, the clarity of his craft, and the uncompromising integrity with which he carried himself. And in finally explaining why he hated Glenn Ford, the truth emerges not as scandal, but as a portrait of Hollywood itself, a place where brilliance shines, rivalries simmer, and the most subtle performances can provoke the deepest passions, here on Hollywood Spotlight.